All right, and a pleasant good morning to you from Tony'sPicks.com, and welcome here to Night Moves for Tuesday, April 14th. We've got NBA play in action tonight to lead our card. We're ready to go in the postseason. Don't cash those Charlotte Hornets playoff winners just yet. You've got to get through the. I see people out there. I called Charlotte to make the playoffs. I hit it. I won. No, you have not made the playoffs yet. You are in the play-in tournament. So, see, there were more than one capper out there taking a victory lap for calling, Charlotte to make the playoffs. That's not the case. They haven't made the playoffs yet. This is the play-in tournament. Notice the words there: play dash in tournament. You play your way into the field. 12 teams have made it so far, and we've got eight teams here to decide the final four teams to go into the NBA playoffs. So we're ready, though. It should be a fun little tournament. I think we all kind of think it's got its place here. I don't know how else they might run it here. They got to figure out something with the tankathon and see how they can work that in the future. Could they put stages into the season like a NASCAR race? I don't know. I don't know what they'll do, but we'll preview those two games tonight, two games tomorrow before we get rolling here on Saturday and Sunday. Four games on Saturday, four on Sunday. We know the lines for the play-in tournament there. We're going to cover it here, but I just want to mention you got the games on Saturday already lined up, and we've seen some line movement here. Cleveland -8 at home against Toronto, 218.5. The move there has kind of been on Cleveland in the over. Minnesota and Denver -6 total. 231. The move has been on Denver and maybe a slight move to the over there. Atlanta and the Knicks. Knicks by 5, 216.5. Not much movement there, maybe a little bit to the Hawks there. And then the Rockets and the Lakers. Rockets 5.5, 207.5. Now, the move has been slightly to the Rockets. Luka is making his way, maybe even back as we speak now, to the United States from his rehab for his injury. And the headlines read no timetable for Luka's return. I was trying to put two and two, trying to put the pieces together. If you're getting a maximum level of treatment that you can get in another country because you get better treatment there, and then you just happen to make your way back to the United States, 4 days before the next game is. I think Luke is playing this week. There's nothing that says he is. There's nothing that says he isn't. But look, it looked like a relatively serious injury. It's taken some time here. Hopefully, he got the treatment he needed. We'll see. But the line move does not. I don't know if it's necessarily reflecting Luka's status here or Luka's. I was improved status, if you will. Like I said, he's back in the country. Treatment over. I would think if he needed more treatment and they were going to wait to see if the Lakers won their series or got halfway through, that he'd still stay and receive the treatment necessary to get his maximum level of health. I don't think you need to be in a particular country to be on a roster or anything. If that's how it works. So we'll see. But hey, thank you for joining me here on Night Moves. Welcome to everyone in the chat pros. Preview the games here, including hockey night. Here we know all the teams in the playoffs, but we're still going to preview most of the games as there's a little bit of jostling going on for a little bit of positioning, but we pretty much are ready to go. If you guys want to scrap the NHL season and get it started here with the postseason, we'd be fine with that. 3 more days of action here. Most teams have 1 or 2 games left, and we'll preview some of those games as well. Champions League resumes Barcelona Atleti up. Remember 2-0. So that one sets up perfectly for probably a Barcelona to chase, and we'll see. But could be a low-scoring game there. Barcelona really has to stop them for sure. Liverpool and Saint Germain down 2-0 here. Liverpool have to press aggressively, I would think, against leaders PSG 2-0 there. So maybe overs, maybe BTTS there, see what happens. But Champions League resuming as we whittle it down here. Hey, WNBA draft. If you guys are ready, we're just a month away from the season. We'll have to get some familiar with some new players. Hey, why didn't UCLA just start their own expansion team? We have Toronto, we have Portland, and why not UCLA can just have their own team here? Dallas chooses Azee Fudd. Azee Fudd is named her. She is actually named after the former Stanford basketball star. Remember Jennifer Azee? Was that her name there back at Stanford? That's amazing to think about. I'm that old, but Dallas with Fudd, they'll go with the 2-star guards, and then pair up with, of course. The situation changed there a little bit for Dallas when they re-upped with their star interior player. Minnesota Lynx, Olivia Miles, the guard from TCU, number 2. Awa Thiam from Spain goes to Seattle. But the big news in Seattle, I thought, was that Golden State Valkyries drafted Flau'jae Johnson, the guard from LSU. She's already a big star in music, and of course, was on America's Got Talent with that incredible song about her dad that passed away. And she goes to Seattle in a big trade there. The Mystics took Lauren Betts of UCLA. Gabriela Jaquez goes to the Sky, Imie's sister. Toronto and Portland made their first ever draft picks as well. So we're ready for the WNBA season. But the trade was kind of the big story. You could hear the gasps from the crowd there when that happened. I thought Flau'jae Johnson would be great for Golden State Valkyries, but Seattle was in a total retool and rebuy after losing their top 4 players, basically. So they're kind of starting with a new roster up there. They quickly repaired that. We'll see how good they can be. They're not expected to be very good, but certainly some interesting players there. So, all right. And also here, we'll get ready for the action in the major leagues, of course, on Wednesdays. On Tuesdays, we'll take a look at some of those games here from yesterday. Wild games, 9 overs and 1 under in the major leagues here on Monday. The runs were aplenty on Monday. We did have some night moves winners last night here as well, but cover some of the action here from yesterday. They weren't all winners for me, but did have a night moves winner here. Trying to find, did we have any night moves winners? Angels on the run line against New York, 11-10. The Yankees somehow found a way to come back, to win, to hang on, whatever they did. In a wild one there against the Angels. Judge, 2-run home run, solo home run. Grisham, a 2-run home run, a 3-run home run. Kikuchi giving them up. Trout home as well. Judge tipped his cap to Trout after he answered his home run in the next inning. The Halos bullpen was giving it up. They're a little bit of an imposter early there, but the Yankees got the win 11-10 in that one. All right, night moves winner also Baltimore Orioles here yesterday. We had the Orioles in their game against the Arizona Diamondbacks. They came back to win 9-7. Nolan Arenado, 2-run home run for Arizona, and a 3-run home run, but the O's grand slam home run to get the win there yesterday. Jeremiah Jackson, 2 home runs. Kettle Marte homered off of Kramer on the first at bat of the game. Arizona actually led 7-1 in the 6th inning. Diamondbacks got the win there yesterday. Pittsburgh over Washington. Pittsburgh scored 10 runs in the 6th inning, went right on by the Nationals. Skeens has started 4 times. The Pirates have scored 38 runs in those games. That's what you want to do. All for Skeens, never getting the run support. Things are changing in Pittsburgh. The top 3 in the lineup had 12 RBIs in the game. Garrett Crochet gave up 11 runs and only got 5 outs as Twins beat the Red Sox 13-6. Minnesota's won 7 of 8. And Dodgers over the Mets 4-0. Wrobleski, 2 hits and 8 shutout innings. Doesn't matter. You put on that Dodger uniform, makes you instantly a very good pitcher. Wrobleski talked about, as can he get it done? Can he just be a regular pitcher for the Dodgers? And he turned out another star here for the Dodgers. With 2 hits and 8 shutout innings. Mets had just 3 hits. They've lost 7 in a row. They've been shut out 3 of their last 4. Soto's out of the lineup. The Mets are going to dig themselves a hole here to get going. Seattle over Houston. Josh Naylor, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs as the Astros lost again. Kyle Schwarber, 2 big bombs. Philadelphia scored 13 runs, crushed the Cubs as well. Pirates over Washington. We mentioned that in a wild one. Marlins over the Braves. Miami scored 9 runs over 3 innings to pound the Braves there. And David Rocchio, home run for the Guardians as they were able to beat the Cardinals. And late night, it was the Rangers holding the Athletics to 1 run at home. And the Rangers won. Burger Time had a couple of homers, I think, there in that one. All right, that does it for our look there at Major League Baseball. We're going to get right to the action here in just a moment. A few hockey notes here from the winners on Monday. I did have a winner over at Tony'sPicks.com with the over with Detroit and Tampa Bay there in a 4-3 final for Tampa Bay. They did win it in overtime. Also, Night Moves winner here, Philadelphia, 3-2 over Carolina. Like I said, we now know all the teams that are in the postseason in the NHL playoffs. We had a winner with the Sharks and the Predators game to go under 3-2. Sharks got the win on the road. Night Moves winner, St. Louis Blues upset Minnesota there, but just playing out the string a little bit. Minnesota knew what they were doing there. We had the Night Moves winner in that one. Also, winner here on Night Moves, Buffalo Sabres on the road, 5-1. Pummeled the Blackhawks, cut that puck line yesterday for us here. Also, Night Moves winner, Kings and Kraken game there. Let's see, did we have the King? Yeah, we had the Kings there, 5-3 over the Kraken. There is our Night Moves winner last night. So, like I said, we know all the teams now in the postseason in the NHL. So, just kind of playing out the string a little bit. Let me say hello to the folks in the chat, and we'll get rolling here on the show. We're also going to go over to Tony'sPicks.com, however, and take a look at those premium pick winners yesterday. Man, I couldn't string it together 1 and 2 in hockey. I did win a tennis match, and got a couple of tennis matches coming up here. Tried to get a package together, but man, I could only like 2 games from this first group of matches here coming up at 5 a.m. Eastern right now. So let me go over to Tony's Picks here real quick, then I'll say hello, and let's see who did well over at Tony'sPicks.com on Monday night. Maybe it was a light card here for some. Chris Adkins, though, man, 3-0 for Chris, and he's crushing it here today. Good job, Chris. And Tom Regard, mild-mannered gentleman, 5-3 there yesterday for 2.5 units. Ron Crawford piling it on, 5-3, up 2.5 units. Ron Hahn, 2-0 day. David Racy, trying to manage the kids and pick these winners, 2.25 units. Great job, David. Stacks McKelvey, 2-0 there on Monday. Damian Sosh, 2-1. Tony T won his only play. Double Shooty up there, winning day. Al Ninos won his only play. Brian Bittler won his only play. Solo Malone's and there I am. I managed a winning day here somehow. Like I said, 1 and 2 in hockey, and I'll take my $5. I can't even get a Starbucks with that, but. All right, last 7 days here. Solo Malone up 6.25 units. Double Shooty up over 3 3/4 units. Hollywood Sam makes an appearance here, up 2 3/4 units. Chris Adkins here up 2 units. Tony's Picks BIP up 1.5 units there over the last 7 days. Damian Sosh, Al Ninos, and Shane Mickle are in the green over the last 7 days at Tony'sPicks.com. Last 30 days, Nick Lagarettos up 17.5 units. Double Shooty up 11.25 units. Ron Hahn up 11 units. David Racy up 7 units. Shane Mickle up 7 units. Tony T up 4.25 units over there in the Tony's Picks VIP account, up 3 units over the last 30 days. Check out the handicapper leaderboard, see who's hot, then click on the premium picks tab. Let's see who's ready, locked, and loaded here for a Tuesday with their premium pick plays over at Tony'sPicks.com. Chris Adkins, he's hot. He's got it in there, and he's got his NBA play for the play-in is best bet. Check out Chris. Double shoot. He's got a 3-pack of winners in Major League Baseball for the action on Tuesday. Joey's got a play-in slam dunk. Joey Tron with his best bet of the day. Also, Tony T's got his best bet in the NBA play-in tournament as well. So does Ron Crawford. I hope they're all on the same side. And also, Kevin Thomas has his MLB Tuesday money grab. Bo's got his best bet in the NBA. Man, these guys better hope they have it over at Tony'sPicks.com. Check us out. David Racy, Tuesday night MLB play. Everybody's loaded there. Hey, why not ride with me for a 3-day all sports pass? And let's get through the NBA play-in tournament together. Maybe some Major League Baseball. I got some tennis up there right now if you want to get involved with me over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 15% off premium pick packages from all the handicappers over at Tony's Picks, not just me. That promo code TonyT saves you 15%. This package here, the 3-day all sports pass, is already at a great discount. The discount does not apply as hey, I'm a high volume player, and you get your money's worth when you go with me over the 3-day, 7-day, 30-day. I have probably as many picks as anybody on the site in multiple sports, so check us out over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, thank you for listening to that. Now let's say hello to the chat pros and who's ready to go. And what other sports are I missing here? Andrew K. He says Air Force. Man, are they really 10-0 so far at home? Man, that's awesome. I didn't realize they were playing ball like that. Let's see here. Also, Larry Martin is here. Thank you. I'm on the big screen in Larry. We're in Larry's place. Stop Geo stopping by to say hello here tonight. And Timmy's he's got his. There he is. Timmy's got. He says we got Madrid up 2-0. Second leg, Barcelona's got to get going here. Atletico, he's got it over. Look at this out alternate. He's bringing out the extendo, 4.5 at plus 200. How about Jovan Bertz? You know, he coined his own. Did he coin the phrase and now everyone uses it like that? Let's see here. Timmy says, watch out for those red cards. And Stop Geo says, what is going on in the major leagues? Do we got to tighten those? The unders it's been a lot of unders. Let's give the overs some credit here a little bit. Like I said, I thought, maybe there might be a little something to ABS and the pitching effectiveness a little bit. I was trying, early on, I was trying to determine, who does it, is there any benefit to the ABS system? Does it favor a pitcher? Does it favor a hitter? Pitchers are out there the whole game and can immediately adjust, but hitters should know their own zone, right? It is. I think ABS is fascinating as well. And funny, the catcher. I was thinking I saw one tonight where a catcher framed a pitch that was in the little square. Right, it was already a strike. You know how it is with a little square. And interesting, they don't put the ball. The ball doesn't stay there anymore. It just goes and then disappears. But the catcher caught it, did the slide, and it was already a strike. Now, I don't know if the catcher was framing because he thought maybe it wasn't a strike, but it did hit the little zone. He calls it, man taps his head because he's like, well, the catcher obviously has tried to frame this, so it must have been inside. Strike already. Maybe the catcher pulled the fast one on the batter is what I was thinking. LALB, how about the Dodgers? I mean, why stop taking the Dodgers right now? I mean, geez, these guys are the Dodgers. All right. Stop Geo talking about that Medvedev straight sets loss from last week. My gosh. He just hates life. I mean, no, he hates Clay. All right, LALB coming through. Dodgers, Kings, Golden Knights. Where's West up? That one's right up his alley. And doesn't seem to favor him once they run out of challenges, right? And and no doubt the older umpires have had trouble adjusting here. And you know what? I mean, you think about, hey, I don't know the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to reward everyone for their good picks, right? All right. For Real Kev, he had a solid day today. He says, "What's the move for Wednesday?" Well, we got to go to Tuesday first. Let's get rolling here with the show and see what's going to happen here. We're going to go, of course, to the NBA first. I promised you. Once we got to the postseason, remember the postseason and the playoffs. That's two different words. You guys. You can't just toss them around. This is the postseason here tonight with the Portland Trailblazers taking on the Phoenix Suns. Game one. Oh, I got it backwards. Oh, jeez. Well, I can't stop now because we do these little videos here, but let me go ahead and do this game first. It was first on the rotation order, I think, and I blew it, but hopefully the boss won't be too mad. We'll just start with this one. It is the late game after all at 7 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Eastern and 7 Pacific on Amazon Prime. And Phoenix here favored by 3, total 217. Phoenix was alternating wins and losses here coming into the postseason. Came in with a win over Sacramento. They also beat the Clippers before that as well. Portland 42-40. They were 18-23 on the road, but 24-20 against the spread as an underdog. However, 19-22 against the spread on the road. They did win 10 of their last 15 towards the end of the season. Phoenix went 45-37. 25-16 at home, 23-18 at home against the spread, 23-16 against the spread as a favorite. We did talk about Phoenix kind of being our moneymaker this season, but really in the second half of the season, they really were not that team. They actually went just 6-12 against the spread in their last 18 games at home and floundered to a 1-6 spread record down the stretch. Only the last game of the season against OKC when they blew them out. We called it. I mean, we said that they would win that game against OKC. So I think we know Phoenix pretty well here on the show. Now, Portland has covered 6 of the last 8 meetings between the two teams, and Portland won 10 of their last 14 down the stretch. Also went 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 games overall. But Portland did just win just 14, like I said, 14. What do we say? 14-30 on the road or so for the season here. So let's see though. 14-30 is an underdog for the season here. We said their road record 18-23, but see what you have here. Portland's gone under in 6 of their last 8 games. Also 18-26 to the under as an underdog. Phoenix 15-25 to the under at home and 16-23 to the under as a favorite. Now, Phoenix did go over more at the end of the season. They went over in 7 of their last 10, and 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams have gone over. Portland averaged 113 points after the All-Star break, and Portland averaged about 110 points per 100 possessions after the All-Star break. So let's see what you have here. But look, Portland's got some, good weapons here, but I'm just not sure that they match up with the guys of Phoenix. Let's see what you guys have in this one. I'm probably going to go to the total here because let's see what you're doing here in the chat. The move has been on Portland clearly. Phoenix opened as high as 4, even 4.5 at DraftKings. They're down to 3.5 or 3. So Portland's riding a little bit of betting momentum into this play-in game. And let's see what the chat has to say here. All right, here we go. West Up did have those teams. Okay, great. Thank you, LALV. I'm glad you're checking that out. Timmy Choo-Shoes does like Portland. Mr. Westers is on the Suns, but Larry is on the Blazers. I knew it'd be a mix here in the chat for sure. Timmy's got a jump shooter festival, and he likes Drew Holiday to hit 3 threes. Shaq liking under for the Suns game here, and like I said, we went with this game first, so he's giving us his other game as well. But there it is. I'm gonna with Shaq here. I'll stop the proceedings. I'll continue on with some more picks from you guys, but there it is. Shaq has just said he likes the under. I'll go ahead and go with Shaq here, and let's go under here with Portland and Phoenix. Like I said, to me, Phoenix does have those overs late in the season here, but again, overall here, look, 15 and 25 to the under at home. Solid under is a favorite as well. 16 and 23. Portland 18 and 26 to the under as a dog. 18 and 23 to the under on a road. I think it all adds up right there. Right there. It all adds up for me as an under in this game. Throw in the fact that it is a postseason game. And let's see here. Timmy says, why isn't it Suns plus 3.5? I think he thinks the Blazers should be favored here, does Timmy? And let's see, LALB says Suns -3, Booker over there. For real, Kev likes the Suns plus the points. Andrew's going to take the over, though, in this one. And again, like I said, you like the over. Like I said, Phoenix has been going over here down the stretch, although it was more decidedly towards before the last part of the season when I'm talking about these Suns overs here, because actually they went under in 3 of their last 5 games. So over in 7 of the last 10, but the 3 unders were within the last 5 games. Remember they only scored 73 points in that game against the Lakers. So, all right, let's see. LALB likes the Blazers here. Cal Dog, hello. And Mr. Westers, how does Portland stay close here? There's no doubt. I think we got to give. I want to give Portland a lot of great credit. I think we were rolling with them a little bit down the stretch too, with how well they played, and I think it's been a successful season for Portland. Sure, you want to be better than 10th place, I would guess, but I don't know if we were calling them. They're not a playoff team yet, but all right, give me the under here in this one. All right, we got to do the first game first. First game second. Sorry about that, man. I really screwed up the show. The first NBA play-in games of the season, and I made it backwards here. But here we go with the Heat taking on the Hornets here in this one. Got the Hornets favored by 5.5, 229. Hey, don't they know the Heat last year became the first team ever to come out of the number 10 seed and make the NBA playoffs? It had never happened in 5 years. They're 10 times, right? You have the 7, 8, 9, 10 in each division. 5 years we've been doing this format, and they were basically 0-4 or 0-8 going into last year, but the Heat did it. They won 2 games on the road and advanced into the NBA playoffs. Can they do it this year? They have the experience to do it, but this Hornets team has been really good. I mean, they down the stretch. I mean, you could really argue that I don't want to say they were better than the Celtics or anything, but they had their moments against the Celtics. They also got blown out by the Celtics too, but they were better than a lot of those East teams. It felt like during the last 2 months of the season there, even after after the break, the Hornets were terrific. And maybe that's why they are favored by somewhat of a hefty number. I mean, Miami's still a real good team. Hornets just finished only 1 game ahead of the Heat here in the 9-10. Let's be fair about it. Miami here comes in having lost 10 of their last 15 games, however, overall, and Charlotte has won 10 of their last 14. Now, Miami has covered 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams. Miami also in those 15 games, 10-5-10, also just 5-10 against the spread. Charlotte's gone under in 9 of their last 12 games coming in, while the Heat have gone over in 5 of their last 6. Charlotte's also gone under in 6 of their last 8 games at home, and 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams have gone over. Charlotte was really active at home this season. They went 26-15 against the spread and 23-14 against the spread as a favorite. Meanwhile, Miami was just 17-23 against the spread on the road. So those numbers really, kind of reflected that Miami was, overrated quite a bit of the season. I think they were even worse against the spread there for a while, but then again, they were kind of struggling there down the stretch. Charlotte's 14-27 to the under at home this season. I can figure that out. That's almost 35, only 35% of their games going over here. So big time under trend. Charlotte extremely effective. 20 games, 31-51 to the under this season. Also 16-21 to the under as a favorite. Even though Miami was an over team this season, 44-38 to the over, they were just 19-22 to the under on the road and 18-19 to the under as an underdog. Although the two teams here did play in their meetings this season 3 overs here. The Heat, like we said, they kind of own the series, but when the teams met just about a month ago, the Hornets won at home here 136-106 as a 5-point favorite. The total in that one was 236.5, and it did go over in that game. But the Heat won the other meetings, including in Charlotte back about 11 days earlier than that Charlotte win. The Heat won in Charlotte 128-120. They were a 7.5-point dog in that particular game. So let's hear from you in the chat, and let's see what you think in this one with Miami. Am I going to go with 2 unders here? Yeah, I think I'm going to go with 2 unders here with the play-in games, and we'll see. Play-in teams probably not the best defensively. That's why they're in the play-in game. But I think the matchups themselves here kind of play to it. Specifically, given the familiarity of the two teams as well. Here we go with the Heat and the Hornets. The chat pros are ready to go. Larry's on the Heat money line, and Mr. Weskers doesn't think Charlotte is that good. Well, yeah, I mean, these two teams are only a few games over 500, but I guess if you look at Charlotte's record over the last half of the season, they probably rank much better than that. But Miami's talent there, Mr. Weskers said, are they any? I think he's saying, do they have enough talent? Yes, sorry, Shaq. Yeah, I screwed it up, Shaq. Andrew says Heat and over. Andre here. What has happened to Andre's avatar here? And Mad Sushi Maker too. Is there a problem with this program here with the YouTube? I feel bad. Where are the avatars? Mad Sushi says that Is the Heat getting a bit much? Maybe a little bit too many points? Look, the other game's 3. This is 5.5. I think the Hornets. I think there's some built-in. The fact that the Hornets were so good and so effective over the last part of the season, I think that's part of it. They definitely were pretty darn good. I mean, they were winning and covering the games. 4 threes for Timmy. And I don't know if there's that much I don't think Charlotte. I just think they might be, if I had to really try to determine it, maybe that Charlotte is just played more cohesive, maybe, and that's why they're playing a little bit better than Miami. Andre is going to lean to the over, and so does Cal Dog. So these guys are on the fact that the defense is a little bit lacking, and I'm not touting the defense. I'm going under though. In this one and the other one. LALB says Hornets money line, Ball to get 20, Bridges over 5 rebounds, and Normie Powell in there with his points. And let's see, Timmy says that the Heat are ranked. Yeah, those are good. Those are decent numbers for these teams. The Heat, are they just tired of it, right? Not getting tired of this Heat program, are you? We're not going to change. I mean, Spoelstra is going to end up as one of those coaches that's going to, basically call his own uh, end of his career or whatever his next move is. He still seems like a young guy, but Andre here, ball points, con threes, ball threes. That looks like a over game right there. Although he's got Bam under. Uh, Timmy liking Miami plus those points. Andre's got Powell to get some as well. That might be it from the chat pros. And if that's the case, I'm going with the under here. And Mr. Weskers has only one favorite team, and it's the Miami Heat, but even he's questioning him here, I think. And I'm a Pat Riley. When I had hair, I did my hair like Pat Riley. When I had hair, I had the slick back there, but Pat's hair has stayed there. Mine is not very much. All right, I'm a big Pat Riley fan. That's all there is to it. And all right, Ron Jeff, he liked that too. Okay, Heat first half there. Oh, wow, are they getting 3 in the first half? Okay, thank you, LALV. Where's those avatars for my guys in there? All right, I guess that's it. Pardon me, gang. And we're ready to go. We've got the NBA postseason play-in tournament trying to play their way into the postseason. So don't forget. It's probably fake. Probably some. Maybe I could get some plugs in there. All right. Timmy says Wiggins for 5 boards. Blazers in the points and the under there for Andre in the other game. Thank you. I've screwed this up by doing it backwards. So apologies to everybody watching the individual videos. And Mr. Weskers, I think, is he talking about his Heat? Get a star player. I don't know if that's what he means, but you mean Bam's not a star? The man with one of the greatest performances in NBA history? Bam's not a superstar in this league with one of the highest profiled duos there with Asia Wilson? All right, that's it for the NBA play-in tournament. All right. And Shaq says, pick a side, Ramon. Come on. I'm going with the under in both. Those are my plays. And there's some other videos out there I might be on a side. All right. All right, we're going to go to the major leagues here right now and take a look at this full 15-game card for the action here on Tuesday. So settle in, get ready, and let's go here with our coverage of Major League Baseball on a Tuesday. Some new series getting underway here, and let's get it rolling here right now. We're going to start here with interleague play with the Diamondbacks and Kelly going here for Arizona and Trevor Rogers here for Baltimore. For Merrill, Kelly comes in here with his first start of the season for Kelly, and Rogers comes in here with a 1.89 ERA, 2-0 record. The Orioles have won 3 straight games right now. Cooking here. They're winning that series against San Francisco and then coming back to beat Arizona yesterday. The bats were hot and the Arizona bullpen was not, as Arizona got the loss. Baltimore ended up winning that game 9-7 there in that one. They're $1.50 favorite here. The total is 8.5 shaded. I think shaded to the over here. Let's see what we got. Right now, 8.5 over at -115. So pretty stiff favorite here for Baltimore. Arizona's definitely hitting. I mean, look, I think Arizona is a very, very good team. I think they're underrated. I was a little concerned about what I saw in the bullpen. I may have jumped to some conclusions, but it feels like, I feel worried about my Padres a little bit, as I really think Arizona is a team that is going to look, no one's competing with the Dodgers, but going to have to get in the playoffs somehow. And Arizona is, I think they're underrated. I think this game will be tough, though, to be honest, with Merrill Kelly making his first start. We'll see. Baltimore's in real good form here, having won 6 of their last 7. They've also won 4 out of the last 5 here at home against Arizona over the last few years, anyway. Interleague series, so not going to get too excited about that. But Arizona's bullpen, man, they did not look good. I expect them to be better, and I think that's part of what I like about the team, but not the bullpen. 5.37 ERAs, some late game leakage going on. Orioles offense, man, they are looking pretty good, some of these guys right now. Ward is off the charts here at 356 currently. Already 21 hits for Ward. Beavers has looked good. Tavares as well, pretty strong. Yeah, they could use some other offense here with Pete, hitting a $190 here right now. But let's see what you guys have. Merrill Kelly, we'll see. Baltimore's lineup versus right-handed pitching is not too bad here, and they do have a bullpen edge, at least statistically, right now. For Arizona, they're 6-3 still in their last 9. They've gone over in 4 of their last 6. Baltimore's gone over in 4 of their last 6 games as well, coming in. So maybe the Orioles can pull away late. It's $1.50 here, though, and man, just wish Arizona's bullpen was performing a little better. Like I said, I do like Arizona, and I still think they're underrated. I just think this might be a tough game. Let's see if the chat can help me out. I might have to go to a total to start it off. Let's see what we got here. Okay, let's see. Mr. Westers, the Orioles saved him. He put his phone down. They were down 6, and then he picked it up, and they were up 2. And Cal Dog said we had the Monday Madness with all those over games yesterday. Is it going to continue today? Orioles on the run line here for Mr. Weskers. Cal Dog here. And Mr. West, I'm right. I want to see. I'd like to see Merrill Kelly get a start in, and not on the road. But it is what it is, and they're not obviously worried about it. But Larry likes the over there in the Diamondbacks in Baltimore. So does Andrew. And Mr. Wester says Arizona has no shot in this game, or I think they'll look this lineup right now. I mean, Marte hit the 2 home runs. He's starting to pick it up. Corby Carroll 330 already here. Arenado not getting it done yet. Fernandez has been really good. Vargas very impressive so far this season. So I've got Arizona rated higher than most. Maybe I'm just a little worried about him. Cal Dog says just got to go over again. LALB says Orioles money line and Gunner to get a hit. And Arizona are not the best, Mr. Western says, when the pressure's on. Timmy likes the Orioles. He's just fading Kelly a little bit here. And let's see. It might be it for the crew. And we'll say hello to 51 TGCM 51 Vin. Thank you for joining us. He's talking Dodger baseball there in the chat. That'll be the last game we're going to preview. It's the late game. All right. Well, I got to make my call here now on this one between Arizona and Baltimore after I kind of talked up both teams a little bit. Maybe I just got to roll with everybody talking about the over in this one right now, and that's what I'll do. Give me the over here. Take more over. I'm going to take more totals at this point. Tilted. I'll take the over 8.5 here with Arizona and Baltimore. Cubs and Phillies action here for Tuesday. Colin Ray for the Cubs here in this one. Aaron Nola for the Phillies. They could get an opener here. Could be Riley Martin to open here for Colin Ray, possibly. I didn't see quite sure what the plans were here. Probably should have taken a look here and see if we have the total pitching plan here today in this matchup. But still, I mean, the Phillies a big favorite, $1.45 it looks like right now, and 9.5 this after. Of course, the Phillies were blast off yesterday with Kyle Schwarber hitting those home runs out of the park early, multiple big bombs there for Schwarb's there to get going. So Ray, I believe, is the primary pitcher, probably with Martin here opening up for him. Ray, 3.18 ERA, 1.15 WHIP. Coming into this one for Nola, 3.65 ERA here and a 1.1 WHIP coming in. The Cubs are having some problems offensively right now on the road, and the Phillies, well, they're still getting things done here and smashing it here. It feels like right now. Cubs not really pitching too well on the road either. Cubs here coming in with a record here of 3-4 on the road, 7-9 overall. Phillies are just 8-8 overall, but it feels like they're doing better than that. Cubs are 9-7 to the over. The Phillies are 6-3 to the over at home so far this season. Let's see. That's a high total, man. 9.5. Let's see what the chat has to say. And I'll go to it right now. Here we go. Okay. Mr. Wesker says he likes the Cubs. Cubs as a dog on the road. Nola is not good, he says. Cal Dog is on the Cubs. Larry says Phillies money line and over. Go, Cubs, go. Phillies money line. Nola in his K's here, says LALB. All right. Nola's been solid. The Cubs are inconsistent, have had their road struggles too against this team overall. It's been kind of rough going in here, 1-5 in their last 6 against the Phillies, and the Phillies are 4-1 in the last 5 games at home against the Cubs. Phillies gone under in 6 of their last 9, but over in 6 of their last 9 games at home. Coming in, Cubs have gone over in 6 of 8 and over in 4 of their last 5 games on the road as well. So Cubs bullpen has not been too good either, and the a little bit of volatility there, late innings, giving up those runs, and you're getting all these runs at Citizens Bank Park, man. I'm all totals so far, it feels like. Maybe I was just ruined by yesterday with all those runs. I'm going to go over again here with Ray and Nola. Give me the over in this one. Man, 4 for 4 with totals here on the show. And Andre says Cubs on the run line. Mr. Wesker, they said they scored a bunch of runs, 8, 9 runs, 7 runs here. What do you want from a team other than to score? Jimmy says Cubs team total over here. All right. I'll just go over then. 7, 8, 9 runs. Sounds good to me. The Phillies are they are awesome. The Cubs too. Yeah, you're right. They did score. Their own run that game. 7. They scored 7 in the game yesterday, but 13-7. The Phillies won it. Man. All right, I'm going over again. Double digits here in Philly. All right, speaking of runs, I mean, look at this one from yesterday. Bunch of runs here. And you've got the Nationals and Miles Mikolas. He's only got a 12.4 ERA and an 0-3 record coming in. Yeesh. That's got to be the worst in the league. Mitch Keller has an ERA of 1. and a 1-0 record. Well, you got to go with the Pirates here, don't you? That's too easy. I'm going to have to go with a total. Pirates here won. Man, they're off to a good start here right now. Won 9 of 12, 10-6 overall, 6-1 as a favorite. Coming in for Washington, they're 6-4 on the road, and they're look, they're definitely producing. They only got 5 runs yesterday. Okay, 5 runs. That's above average. They gave up 16 runs to Pittsburgh in that game, and they were putting it down. Pittsburgh's gone over in 5 of their last 6, including 4 of their last 5 at home. Also, Washington's gone over in 9 of their last 11 games. Washington's 12-4 to the over this season, 7-3 to the over on the road. 4 of the last 5 on the road over. Pittsburgh's won 12 of the last 18 meetings between the two teams, and Washington's definitely having some more issues here. The offense is no problem for Washington right now, pretty much top 5 in every major category, or top 6. They're home runs, 6th in home runs. So for Pittsburgh, their offense pretty good too. Not as good as Washington, but also having some pretty decent pitching so far this season. Pittsburgh 6-1 as a run line favorite so far this season, but Washington 9-6 as a run line dog. Let's see what you have here. Look, I'm always thinking under first, but I'm okay with going over in a lot of these games early on here right now, all of a sudden. Let's see what the chat has to say. Mr. Westwood says you got to go right back to the Pirates. Andre says Pittsburgh. Cal Dog's on Pittsburgh. Everybody's on Pittsburgh. Mr. Wesker says maybe that Mikola should be a peanut vendor. Unfortunately, he might get a lawsuit injuring the fans because he couldn't throw it to the right person. Might hit some lady in the head. Pirates run line and over for Larry. Got to go with Mikolas over. Got to feel bad for Mikolas here, man. Everyone, I mean, how about Connor so far? Everybody fired up about what they've seen so far with Connor Griffin. He's hitting $138 right now, but that's okay. He had the clutch hit, right? So that's important here. Look, I have a feeling that Connor. Yeah, look. Usually you bring a guy to stay, but we'll see right now. He's had his difficulties up there. Is Pittsburgh getting 6 runs here? And Timmy said LALV Pirates first 5 and full game. And Timmy says we've been waiting for this. I just hope he can stay up here right now. Look, $1.83, $1.38 average so far, 10 strikeouts already for Connor Griffin. So he's had some swings and misses in there. All right, I've got another over, guys. I can't help myself. I've got 3 picks and I've got 3 overs. All I've taken is totals on this show. No one's going to watch a show for totals. We'll just call it Totals Central. Maybe I can find a side here. Let's go to the next one. The Giants are on the road taking on the Reds here. Robbie Ray looked good. He looked really good in that last game. And everybody wants to, always bury Robbie Ray, but I would caution you, be careful. 2.07 ERA, 2-1 record. Brady Singer should be better than 7.7 ERA, 0-1 record, especially that the Reds have played pretty well. But they're all of a sudden going into a little bit of a slump. The Giants here have lost a couple of games in a row as well, losing those games to the Orioles back-to-back 6-2 decisions here. But they got a day off. They're rested here coming into Cincinnati, who definitely struggled there against the Angels, lost 2 of 3. They're still 9-7, so maybe some support here for the Reds coming in. Giants just 6-10. Giants are a favorite here at $1.15. Yeah, they're still a favorite here right now. And not only that, they're just 1-3 as a favorite here so far. So I like Robbie Ray. And I need to make a pick on a side here eventually. Maybe this is going to be it. I don't know if the chat could even talk me off of this one, but uh, so far, Giants here 3-1 to the over as a favorite. Reds are over and 6 of 9 at home right now. I think they're leaning over both teams for the most part here coming into this one. San Francisco's gone over in 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams here in Cincinnati. Reds have gone over in 6 straight and 5 straight at home. Uh, Giants here 3-6 in their last 9 games overall. However, they are 3-3 on the road. Let's see what you got here in this one. Giants and Reds. All right. An under here for Larry. Cal Dogs on the Reds. And Mr. Westers thinks Ray is going to get waiting. He's waiting on Ray to run out of juice here. Andre's on the Giants. Shaq's on the Giants. And Devers on his hits prop here for Andre. He also likes the over in the game. Timmy's going over as well. LALB says Giants first 5 and money line, and Ray 5Ks and over for the full game. I'm going with the Giants here. Give me the Giants in this one with Robbie Ray. I'm going to take them over the Reds here at a slight favorite, $1.15. Next up, the Royals are at the Tigers here. Cole Ragans comes in here, the left-hander, a 5.91 ERA for the Tigers. Framber Valdez. What happened to opening day Framber? Or, a first start Framber. Framber's got a 4.76 ERA and a 1-1 record, but Ragans is 0-3 so far. Detroit's won 3 in a row. The Royals have won 2 of 3 coming in as they were able to split the series with the White Sox. It's nothing to brag about. Detroit, however, crushed Miami. It really did look like, we hope that Miami can be a little bit better here, but it did look like a good Tigers team against a Miami team that's probably going to be near the bottom of the league when it's all said and done here. But this one's a little different. You got the Braves at home. I was thinking of Miami. You got the Tigers here at home. A couple left-handers going in this one. Let's see how you rank this game with the Royals here and the Tigers here on Tuesday night. And we'll go to the chat here and maybe get your plays for this one. Kansas City have been pretty inconsistent on offense, and they've been going under in some of these road games for sure. In fact, right now they're 1-5 to the under on the road and 5-11 to the under overall. Detroit's pretty much a 50-50 when it comes to the totals right now, but they've won 6 of their last 7 games at home, or I think 5 of 6 at home. And KC does kind of struggle in this matchup, especially the Tigers' offense seems to really get going when they play Kansas City at home. Kansas City has lost 5 of the last 7 times here in Detroit, and they've lost 12 of the last 6 meetings overall between the two. Both lineups here against this starting pitching, I'd have to wonder if this is an American League Central game after all. So, yeah, I'm not so excited about going with an over here in this one right now, especially the way Kansas City's punchless offense here. What is going on? Now, Witt is holding his own. Garcia's been good at the top of the lineup, but Vinny P, Sal, Luke Thomas, nobody, India, they're all just awful. You have Garcia and Witt, and that's it. So with Valdez and Ragans here, you got a swing and miss environment here, I think, despite their high ERAs right now. And let's see how you have it. I mean, it does seem like Detroit, 5-1 at home so far. Kansas City 2-4 on the road. Royals are going to need to pull one out here with Ragans and Valdez back at home against this lineup. Man, he could mow them maybe here We might see one of those American League Central specials here. Let's see what we got here from the chat. It's going to be Larry's on the Tigers, Cal Dog's on those Tigers. Andrew's on the under here. Mr. Wesker's going to fade Framber. He just doesn't like him. He thinks he's not very good. Overpaid, overhyped here. He had the first good start from there. Maybe it wasn't as good. Tigers here. I want to say hello to Kwame in the chat. Thank you for being here, Kwame. Great to have you. Andre likes the Tigers. Andrew likes the Tigers and the under. That's what I meant to say. Kwame likes the under as well. I'm not going to say Kwame every time, but I will say it some of the time as long as you keep coming back. Thank you, Kwame. Timmy says, give me the over on this one in Detroit. And Shaq's ready to go under as well here. Timmy Chushu does not trust Framber. Well, the Tigers did. They gave him all that money. Let's see the Tiger bullpen. Let's see what the Tiger bullpen can do, right? Hey, I'd say so far for the Tigers, not bad. I mean, 3.24 ERA, probably about a top 10 bullpen or so. Big O's here. Says Royals team total under. Valdez over in his outs and Ks. Big O liking the Tigers on the run line. Big O Tigers, Big O Tigers. Does anybody know what Big O Tires? Is that just a West Coast thing? Does anybody else have Big O tires? Remember the old lady didn't the old lady throw the tire through the window? Big O says Royals are terrible versus lefties. Mr. Westwood says doesn't matter about the hitting when you just end up walking the house. LALV, Tigers money line, Reagan's. There, Kwame! Tigers money line, Ragans 5+ Ks, Valdez 4+ Ks and under for LALV. Kwame. All right, I'm gonna take the Tigers in this one. I'm taking the Tigers. I've got Framber, but you notice I didn't go to the total in that one because one of the two going to be a bigger play. Here, this is American League Central at its best, right? Ragans 0-3. Give me the Royals, says Timmy. Says the suppression is up. The regression is up. Positive regression. Super negative positive regression. All right, here we go. Next up. How about the Angels here? They lost that game yesterday, 11-10 in typical Angels fashion. Yankees snapped their winning streak. Ryan Weathers goes 2.81 ERA, 0-1 record. Reed Detmers 4.59 ERA, 0-1 record. Not going to get anything special from old Reed, but you're going to get some innings here at least. Yankees nearly a $2 favorite here in this one, and I don't know. I mean, I'm sure the Yankees will win, but at $1.90, I don't know if I'd. Whatever it is, the Angels will come back and lose by 1. Come on, I don't care if it's 4-3, 5-4, 6-5. I think somewhere in there the Angels are going to come back. Trout hit the homer yesterday. Joe Adell hitting close to 300 right now, but really is the only guy in the lineup doing much. Zach Neto has looked pretty good here. Trout does have a couple of home runs so far. Neto's been really impressive, and Jorge Soler, nothing but homers from him. Shanwell, is okay so far. He's got a couple of homers, but the Yankees there with this lineup anyway. Stanton continues to look impressive. Rosario as well. Got some weak spots for sure, but I don't know if it'll be 12-11, but it might be something crazy. Let's see what you guys have here in this one with the Angels taking on the Yankees here on Tuesday night. Yankees are 4-3 at home so far, 9-7 overall coming in for the Angels. 7-9 as an underdog here this season. They've only been a favorite one time all season here, but hey, you got a couple left-handers here. Doesn't necessarily always equal an under here, but I got to tell you what, I'm going to end up on the under in this game after what happened yesterday. I'm going to have these two pitchers calm it down, and I'm going to take a chance here, and I'm going to go under after the 11-10 game. I might just be looking for attention here, but I'm gonna try to be the guy and go under in this one with the Angels and the Yankees after a 23 run game. Angels have gone over in 8 straight. I don't have any trends that prove anything other than 6 of the last 8 meetings between the two have gone under, but uh, um, doesn't do anything about the last game. Yankees have actually lost 5 of the last 7 games at home here. I think it's going to be 4-3 here. I think the Yankees may win it by a run. Maybe the Angels could get an upset here. But I'm going to go under with a couple left-handers here, Angels and Yankees. Give me the under, a little bit of a shocker here. Come on. Let me see what you guys got before you guys laugh me off the show. But Yankees are 6-7 to the under as a favorite. Angels are, over team so far, no doubt. Especially given the work of the pen here a little bit. But Yankees still 1-5 in their last 6. Still a cold stretch despite this record 4-3 at home. Denver and Weathers, they definitely can have control issues here, but I'm going to expect them to bounce back here a little bit with the pitching and get this a little bit of maybe an overreaction. Here we go. Let's see what's going on with the chat. A lot of opinions on this game. Kwame is on the Yankees. He'll take him at $2, but he likes them. And we get what kind of weather? We need a weather's report, Timmy. Yankees here for Larry. Big O's on the Angels on the run line there, and I like that. Mr. West goes, Yankees run line, and Andre says Angels on the run line, or it could be Angela. If you think about it, here's Andrew on the over. Andre's on the Angels run line. Ask any YouTube chat host if you've got Andrew K and Andre W, and you have to look at those names back to back. No wonder I screw them up half the time. LALV, Yankees money line and the over. And Timmy says those Angels righty bats, though. And Mr. Wester's talking about the Yankees. Can they get that bullpen together? Andre's on the under. Kwame says Angels run line. He's taking them plus that run and a half. And Mr. Wester's thought that game was a little bit goofy there yesterday. Kwame will take the over. Yankees were about to cover that run line, and then what happened? Andre says Detmer deals. I think Detmers can have a decent game here. Soler on fire, Solar Flare. And he's hitting only 207 so far, or what is it? He's up to 211 here, but 4 home runs. And let's see here. Yankees money line and under for LALV. All right. I'm going to go with the under as well. Here's my pick. Give me the under with the Angels and the Yankees. A little bit. I feel contrarian with that one. Under first 5 for Andre. Thank you. Okay, the Miami Marlins are taking on the Atlanta Braves here. Major League action for Tuesday. Miami got that win yesterday, big time, 10-4 here on the road at Atlanta, and got it done. Miami had been struggling on the road, 2-5 as a road dog here this season, road dog in every game, and they were 1-5. But got that win for Atlanta here, 9-5 as a favorite this season, 6-4 at home. So far for the Braves, they are 10-7. So look, Miami's done a nice job here so far at 9-8. I just kind of buried them there a second ago, saying they'd finished near the bottom here because of the situation, obviously, with Detroit looking so bad in that series. But here, Lopez, $1.65 total, 8.5 in this one for Lopez. With a 1.14 ERA, 1-0 record. Max Meyer has been decent, 3.68 ERA and a 1-0 record for uh, Meyer here. So let's see what you've got here with Miami taking on Atlanta uh, tonight here in Truist Park. For the Braves, their offense is definitely heating up here. Feels like they've gone over in 7 of their last 8 games overall. They are just 3-7 to the under at home. However, Miami has some road struggles, as we said, but they've also got bullpen issues. I think I think Lopez has the advantage, of course, over Meyer in this one. The Braves are at home are still strong, but despite maybe some. I don't know. Is it just their offense doesn't get going at home? Do they end up facing tougher pitchers? I'm not sure why they kind of get suppressed a little bit at home. They're still 6-4, like I said, and Miami really isn't doing much. So let's hear what you think. Uh, Lopez has looked pretty good. I'm going to go to the chat. Okay, here we go with Braves here for Kwame on the run line. Braves for Andre. Braves run line for Cal Dog. A lot of Braves support here. Mr. West was at the Marlins yesterday. He kind of wants to go right back to them. Kwame liking the under here. Larry says Braves money line and over is going to be a high score. Ooh, yeah. All right. Braves and over here for Andre. Braves can get to 5 runs here. Braves money line, both pitchers 4+ Ks and a parlay. Under Timmy says under 8.5 in this one. I might prefer the. I better not take a total here. I've had Braves tax. I'll pay the tax. In fact, I'll pay the tax. Well, $1.50, $1.65. I better Braves tax. The Braves tax. I'm going to take the run line here with the Braves in this one. Good job there by Miami yesterday, especially bouncing back that sweepage against Detroit, and they did smash it here, 10-4. They're beating up old Holmes, but Grant Holmes. Grant, don't call me Clay. But I'll go with the Braves here at plus $1.30 on the run line. I'm gonna take the Braves on the run line here. Oh, night moves. Braves so far 9-5 as a run line favorite, and the Marlins are 2-5 as a run line dog, despite the win yesterday. All right, the Rays are on the road, and here's Shane McClanahan. Shane McClanahan here, a 4.15 ERA, 0-1 record for the White Sox here. This is going to be Schultz going here for this one. Schultz will get the call. Noah Schultz here, the 22-year-old former Oswego High baseball star. Getting this one. And what do you think we'll get here from the Aurora native today as he gets the call here and gets the start for the White Sox? So look, he's a top one of the top prospects here for the White Sox coming in. I think number 2 overall coming into the campaign. So look, we'll see how this man is ready to fare as he makes his major league debut today here. The left-hander going up against the Rays. So you got some lefty on lefty action. It kind of feels like a central game. It's in Chicago here after all. He's been tearing it up in the minor leagues so far this season or last season across AA and AAA. 2.81 ERA, 141 strikeouts, and 120 innings last year. Rays do struggle against left-handed pitching for sure, so it is an intriguing matchup here for this one. So we'll see, though. Look, he's got to make his start here. Basically, a home guy here with Schultz, so kind of neat there. And let's go maybe to the chat and see what you guys have in this one. with Schultz ready to continue. If you think about it, the White Sox they develop left-handed pitching. Probably even goes over the history of this uh, current leadership group. But I mean, you think about the left-handers they've had. I mean, guys like Chris Sale, right? Jose Quintana, I can think of another one, and Carlos Rodon, Garrett Crochet. So we'll see. He was going to go to Vanderbilt, but ended up here uh, turning pro. So he's made it here now. All right, let's see what you guys have here in this one. I mean, obviously with McClanahan, you get a pretty good starter as well, and maybe his ERA is a little bit higher than what we've expected so far this season. But Tampa Bay on a 3-game winning streak after that sweep there of the Yanks at home. The White Sox come in having split that series with Kansas City. Tampa Bay so far 8-7. The White Sox are still 6-10. They've been underdogs here in every game so far this season. And let's see if the chat has anything to do with this and what you guys want to make the call here. White Sox, this offense, man, it's not been good, that's for sure. But a couple of guys have been doing things home run wise anyway. Montgomery's been okay, and Murakami, but everybody in this lineup's hitting under 200, so it really does suck. Rays have won 6 of their last 8, and it's a mismatch. It feels like for McClanahan against the Chicago lineup, and the White Sox bullpen has been a bit vulnerable. We'll see Schultz good numbers here for sure, but let's go to the chat in the matchup here with McClanahan and Noah Schultz from Illinois. Okay, here we go. It's going to be the White Sox here for Mr. Wesker's Cal Dog is on the White Sox. And Mr. Wesker's White Sox are always getting jobbed somehow. And Mr. Wesker is a former near Aurora native. Let's see. White Sox bats help their rookie. Kwame says 3-1. Larry says Rays. Money line and over. They're going to take them down for sure. He likes to raise the smash. LALB says, how about the White Sox on the run line today? Maybe that might be the call. You got to lay a little juice there with that one, $1.45, but doesn't seem awful at this point. Let's see here. White Sox for Andre here. Big O wants to see the young man pitch, and here Andre on the run line. Mr. Wesker says, not all those guys were aces there. Or I don't know if that's what he's saying. Cal Dog thinks Frank Thomas, he's been taking his, pills. What is? I don't want to say the name of it. It's not sponsored here on the show, but it sounds like Mutrinix, but it's not. Okay, over is an over. And Andre is ready to bring out Louis Aparicio to play shortstop in this game because we're certainly not getting much from Montgomery. So maybe we can bring in Louis Aparicio here. We know the Rays have had Andy Diaz is just one of the best hitters in the league so far. Camanero's starting to roll a little bit. Look out for also Ben Williamson looking pretty good in the infield there. DeLuca's hitting as well. Tampa's hitting here, for sure. We know that they can produce here. So, all right, hey, I'm gonna take the Rays here in this one over the rookie. Give me Tampa on the road. I'll take the favorite here. I know I talked him up pretty good, and look, I think he's gonna be fine. But let's see if this is a good lineup, man. Tampa's got a good lineup. Here's the Red Sox with Sonny Gray, 2.76 ERA coming in, 2-0 record. Mick Abel, 6.07 ERA, 0-2 record so far for Abel. They've Won three straight though. Here have the Twins with the wins over Toronto there, and then with Boston yesterday, 13-6. Hey, we took the Twins over Crochet yesterday. Twins right now 10-7 here, 6-2 at home. Boston 6-10, 3-7 on the road. Sonny Gray, I mean, yeah, sure. We know what we get with Gray. And so far, .98 whip. He's looked very good. Mick Abel, not great so far, 2.1 whip. And you wonder, he's just a young guy in there. And Boston had started to pick up a little bit, but outside of Contreras and Abreu, not many, and Rafaela too. Those guys are hitting a little bit here, but for the Twins, Buxton hasn't gotten going yet. Bell, Larnach, Jeffers, those guys are doing okay. Also, Tristan Gray looking pretty decent as well. But let's see what you have here in this one with Gray on the road and the Red Sox. They lost it yesterday with Crochet. How are they going to win with Gray? Minnesota's won 7 of their last 8. They've won 5 in a row at home. Boston obviously struggling here. Both offenses are kind of trending over, right? Boston 7-3 to the over on the road. Minnesota 6-3 to the over in their last 9. Twins have the bullpen edge statistically here so far, and their home edge appears to me to be decisive. The starting pitching is what you got here, I think, with Sonny Gray, but we know he's not always perfect in there. Let's see what the chat says. Twins here for Cal Dog. Jimmy says Rays team total. Oh, he's going on that other game there. Twins to run it back again after a big day. And Larry says over in this one. And let's see here. Over for Andrew. Kwame likes the Twins in this one. Timmy's going to go over in the Minnesota game as well. LALV says over 8 and Gray for 4 Ks. Over 4K, 4+ Ks. All right, man. The Twins got it done yesterday. They were, an underdog there, and they didn't have the pitching edge yesterday in the starting the game, right? So I'm gonna take the Twins here in this one at plus money. I'll take the Twins. All right, next up. Oh, we got a few more here. Twins here for Andre. All right, the Blue Jays are taking on the Brewers here. Kevin Gausman goes for Toronto, and Jake Mizorowski for the Brewers. For Gausman, 2.07 ERA, 0-1 record here so far. Toronto on a 2-game losing streak. The Brewers are slumping after they started hot, and all of a sudden they're only 8-7. Toronto, however, is 6-9 for Mizorowski here. 3.3 ERA, 1-1 record. What has been the Brewers' downfall so far right now, the way they've been tailing off here? Man, they're on a long losing streak. They really have not looked good in any of these last few games right now. They are in a slump. But maybe Mizorowski as a favorite can bring them out a little bit here. For the Brew Crew, come in here, a 5-game losing streak, as we said. Toronto's lost 8 of 10. They've also lost 4 of the last 6 meetings against Milwaukee. Toronto just 2-5 in their last 7. Brewers have won 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams here in Milwaukee. Toronto's gone over in 6 of their last 9 games coming into this one. Right now, Milwaukee 7-3 to the over as a favorite. Toronto 1-2 to the over as a dog. Not necessarily a big over team overall here for Toronto so far, but Toronto did just lose 2 of 3 to the Twins to lose that series, but Milwaukee, of course, got blasted by Washington to continue that losing streak here right now. And can they turn it around? We'll go to the chat and see what you have to say in this one with Toronto taking on the Brewers here. I think overall, Toronto, uh, yeah, the collapsed form here, but again, Milwaukee, 0-5. But they do have the matchup edge in the series history, although it's an interleague series. Both bullpens have been a little bit weak here so far. Gausman's strong, but doesn't get a lot of run support, it seems like right now. So let's see what you think here in this one. Gausman and Mizorowski. I'm going to go to the chat before I make a commitment here, I think, in this one. See what the chat has to say. Brew Crew Brewers, says Andre. Mr. Wester is still not impressed by Mizorowski. He's fading him every time. Larry's on the Brewers' money line. Cal Dog's on the over. Mr. Wester says the Brewers' pitching is just no good. They have no talent. Their organization is a joke. Let's see here. Andre says Brewers and under. Brewers money line and under 7. Both pitchers to get over 4K, says LALV. Timmy says the first 5 under, though, for him. Kwame says the Brewers in a slump, but they can win this one, maybe in a low-scoring game. Maybe that's what'll work for the Brewers in this one. Yeah, the Blue Jays are definitely having their own set of issues here at this point. Brewers need to snap out of it. So I'm taking the Brewers here in this one with Mizorowski. The Brew Crew in this one. Cleveland Guardians, St. Louis Cardinals action here for Tuesday. For the Guardians, they're a favorite here on the road with Joey Cantillo going here, 2.45 ERA, 1-0 record. Max McGreevy's got a 2.16 ERA. Michael McGreevy. Who is Max McGreevy? Max McGreevy's a guy too, right? Somewhere is there a Max McGreevy? Is he a golfer? Max McGreevy, he's our guy. 2.16 ERA, 1-1 record coming in. The Cardinals have lost 3 straight coming into this one. Cardinals dropped the first one here 9-3 yesterday. That was their second consecutive 9-3 loss. They lost the series to Boston. Cleveland's been alternating wins and losses here. They're 10-7 overall. 3-0 is a favorite so far for Cleveland. Cardinals are playing 500 ball. Cardinals are 8-5 to the over as an underdog, but Cleveland is 1-2 to the under as a favorite. Let's see how you have it. Guardians. Here in this one, Cleveland pretty strong road form here, 6-5 on the season, but they've had their share of wins here. Beating Atlanta here 6-0 recently. Cardinals 9-3 yesterday. St. Louis has been inconsistent in this offense, leaving something to be desired. Trying to find anybody hitting it all besides Walker. Walker homered again yesterday. I think home run number 8 right now. He's taken where has this Walker been? I mean, this isn't the guy they called up a year or two ago that struck out all the time and was taking up space there in the outfield. So, man, Walker's been hot. I think the pitching matchup does favor Cleveland, though, a little bit here, I think, with Cantillo. But McGreevy, 0.78 whip. Don't sleep on him here. I don't know. There's a little bit of a dog here. And after, let's see what you got here. The bats are definitely inconsistent. I know that there was a 9 runs scored by Cleveland yesterday, and I was on the Cards with Liberatore. I was on the Cards and under. So don't look at me. But all right, let's see what you got here. The bats have been inconsistent. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. I have a little technical issue. There we go. Um, Guardians here for Andre. Guardians for Cal Dog. Timmy likes the Cardinals to get one. And there is, who is the golfer that we're thinking of there, Mr. Wester? Larry likes the Guardians here, maybe. Kwame says he likes the Cardinals. They've been having their way with the Guardians, but he also says he'll go with the Guardians after all. Cleveland just 1-5 in their last 6 games against St. Louis. Let's see here. Guardians money line and under for LALB. Shaq likes the Cards. He says pick the Cards again. Usually in your MLB, you pick your. If I pick, let's see. Usually your pick is a dater. Save the pick for the next day, and then I'll get it right. Is what. Yeah, the Cardinals have owned these guys, but Cleveland did get the win yesterday. Just as an underdog at home, though, is kind of got my attention. Yeah, Cleveland won yesterday, but I thought the Cardinals should be better than what they are so far, and that's not bad. I mean, the Cardinals are what are they here? 8-8 at least, but Cleveland does have the better of them here. All right, well, I got to make my total. Got to make my call. Can't dilly dally around here. You guys are solid here. Pick in this one. So I'm gonna take the Guardians here on the road, on the run line. I mean, on the money line here. Give me the Guardians here to win over the Cardinals. All right, let's take a look here and see what you guys have. Any more here? Let's see. Timmy's got. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, here we go. Next up. Okay, not a lot of info here actually in this one between the Rockies and the Astros. I think we went to bed without a line here in a lot of books. Did see some Astros $1.80. I don't think anybody was willing to put up a total at all. Let me take a look here and see if the books have made any moves here overnight. But a little bit of sketchiness coming in to $1.80. We don't really know too much about the Rockies pitching situation, although it does appear to be possibly Michael Lorenzen here in this one against the Astros, and Colton Gordon, going to be in here for sure today to make his he's probably, I don't know who's more suspect of making this start, Michael Lorenzen or Colton Gordon coming into this one. So Lorenzen here, 8.36 ERA, 1-1 record so far for Gordon. So far does have a 5.34 career ERA so far, and with the Astros here, 3 starts in AAA, 1.76 ERA so far this season with a 22% K rate. Astros here struggling in the bullpen, no doubt about it. Struggling overall, both teams just 6-10. Man, hard to believe this is. We know Colorado's bad, but Houston just bad this year right now, and trying to find a way to turn it around here. So it is $1.80 in this one, but Houston, no great shakes right now. Very suspect coming in. Lorenzen 2.14 whip. The numbers are not good, and Colorado's batting here. Goodman 241, Tovar 258. Johnston 283, and Sullivan 280 here in this one. I'm going to take the Rockies here Don't think we have the run line price yet, but I'm sure we'll be talking about something close to even money or so. And I'm going to take the Rockies here on the run line today against the Astros on the road. Give me the Rocks here. Don't have a total, so I'm going to take the run line here, and I'll take the Rockies uh, to hang in there against these struggling uh, Astros right now. That's just all there is to it. Houston's lost 8 in a row. Uh, yeah, Rockies on the road, not so great. And this matchup with Lorenzen might be exploitable. Both bullpens are weak here right now, but the way Houston's going, it's this game's in Houston. It might have a score kind of like they're playing in Colorado. It feels like. All right, and let's see what we got here right now. Rockies steal the first one, says Cal Dog. On Andrew says fade the Stros until they can get a win. Kwame says Astros here. LALB Rockies money line in first 5. And want to say Astros money line here for Larry. Want to say hello to Hector Salamanca in the chat. He says, "Do I? I do handicap Champions League. It's not part of our preview here today. I do have sometimes some premium picks here, and I do make some public picks. Don't have the Champions League as part of the show, but at the beginning of the show, Hector, I did do a brief preview of the games. I talked them up a little bit. Did not make a pick, but I did recap the first leg score and what I thought might be the way the game will play out. So I plan on having some picks somewhere down the line here, whether it be as a premium or maybe some other content along the line. But I don't have a preview in this show. I probably could have done one as long as I talked about them. They're right there. Here's Kwame on the Rockies, and Timmy says, Kwame, give me the Rockies on the team total. They're at 3.5. Rangers here and Athletics action here for Tuesday. It didn't work out for me there with the A's didn't contribute. They didn't help get the total there in that one. They were actually shut down pretty good in their 4th home game of the season. Texas comes in here. Mackenzie Gore, 2.76 ERA against Jeffrey Springs here. 1.47 ERA. Both pitchers come in 2-0. Texas has won 2 in a row. Not only did they beat Oakland yesterday, they beat the Dodgers one of the 3 games, the last game at least. Athletics lost this game 8-1 yesterday after they were hot of the sweep of the Yankees and the Mets, come home and lose to the Rangers. So that's baseball, as someone says on these videos. And Springs has looked good, no doubt about it, but so has Gore. And, even in the pillbox here, maybe it will be a high-scoring game. You know, the A's are still 4-9 as an underdog here, but yesterday's game there some books had it as an over, actually, believe it or not. I gave myself a loss. No, it was a push. It was a push for us on the show. We said go over 9. It was 8-1, so but the line did go down to 8.5 there, and we'll see. Maybe with Gore and Springs here. I mean, you do have a good pitching matchup. It feels like here, despite the way the ball flies out of that stadium up there at Sutter Health Park. Now, Texas has owned the A's 7 straight meetings right now. Athletics have been hot, but still against Gore. I would say possible regression here right now. Oakland is 4-0 to the over at home, if you count that as an over yesterday, and Texas is 7-2 to the over on the road so far. Texas comes in here 9-7, kind of leading the American League West here right now. Oakland is 8-8. Let's hear from you folks in the chat right now with Texas taking on the Athletics here. I don't think Gore might have the right spot. Been sharp for sure, but so has Springs. Let's see what the chat has to say here. Here we go. Rangers again, says Mr. Weskers. Also, Cal Dog here says A's money line. Larry's on the Rangers run line, and Springs, he looks more than serviceable at this point. Kwame says the Rangers will get it. Timmy says Springs is a surprise every time. LAOV likes the A's run line and the under. Want to say hello to User IP. Nice to have User IP. Says the Rangers here will cover. Maybe User's a little incognito, but thank you. Big O here is on the over in this one. Look, these teams do go over, but these pitchers have been good. Gore, 5+ Ks. And it did feel like it was kind of trending under there yesterday. I'm going to go with the A's here in this one. The Rangers own this series, but I'm gonna go with Oakland here to get this one after the blowout yesterday. I'm taking Oakland tonight. Couple more here in the major leagues, and we'll do the hockey segment. Mariners and Padres here with Woo. 1.5 ERA, 0-1 record for Woo. Michael King, 3.24 ERA, 1-1 record. Both teams come in this series hot. The Padres certainly have been streaking here right now with a winning streak coming in, 5 straight games. Seattle's won 4 straight. Woo, 0.78 ERA, 17 strikeouts. They just swept Houston in that 4-game series, total domination. Still, Seattle just 8-9 on the season, 1-5 on the road. Padres come in here 10-6. Even I was very skeptical and not really confident still in the managerial situation with Stammen, but I've moved the Padres up rapidly in my rankings, and that's being objective here for me as a Padres fan. I was marking them down from maybe even where a lot of people have them. I may have now moved them ahead of where some people have them. I'm starting to believe a little bit. Mariners do own this series. They've won 8 of the last 9 times here at Petco, but like I said, 5 straight losses on the road. Seattle's also won 6 of the last 7 between the two teams. The Padres here, 5-1, their last 6 at home, and they've won 8 of their last 10 overall. Seattle just 1-5 to the under on the road so far here this season. How do you have it when the Padres will take on the Mariners here as an underdog at home with King in there? A good pitcher's duel, obviously, but Padres, strong form. Seattle not looking good on the road. There's got to be a little something to that. It's just that they play well here against the Padres in San Diego. It might be a little bit of the neutralizer here, it feels like. So let's see how you have it. Really intriguing here. These two teams share their, spring training facility, actually. They've always had a mythical award here, but, they call, who's going to win the Eddie Vedder trophy, because, you got the connection of Eddie Vedder from, San Diego, and it doesn't matter. Eddie Vedder I think he likes the Mets. So let's get rid of that. Okay, here we go. Hey, I want to say hello to Average Graham here. Man, Average Graham is with us and looking for some KBO. I will say this, we do have Ron Crawford as our KBO man, and if you look here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, he makes his best play every day in the KBO. I know the games in Japan are about to go off here in just a couple of minutes. I should do a better job bringing us some overseas, some Asian baseball here. Uh, uh, Other games, the South Korea games, obviously start in a half an hour. So thank you, Average Graham. Wish I could be of more help, but we already do like a 2 hour show here. Cal Dog's on the over. Larry's on the over here as well. Padres for Timmy Two Shoe. Padres for Cal Dog. Kwame's on the Mariners. Andre's on the under. LALV under 7. Both pitchers to get over in their K prop here in this one. All right. Kwame says, oh, he's got some hockey in there. Thank you, Kwame. Appreciate that. We're going to get to the hockey here. Get to the hockey here in just a moment. All right, Padres and Mariners here in this one. And look, I think when you look at overall with Wu, with King, both guys looking pretty strong here right now. I'm going to take the under in this one with Wu and King. Give me the under here on Night Moves. All right. Timmy says back in May of 25, they played. King gave up 3 runs versus Seattle Padres, lost 6-1. One more here. It's going to be the Mets and the Dodgers with Noah McLean here going for the Mets. Good old Nolan and Yamamoto for the Dodgers. Man, the Mets are struggling here, but for McLean, 2.7 ERA, 1-1 record. Yamamoto 2.5 ERA, 2-1 record coming in. Mets totally struggling here. It feels like they're falling down to be one of the worst teams in the league if they don't pick it up. Dodgers here, meanwhile, the best team in the league, 12-4. Nobody even close, really. I mean, if you think about it, there's so much parity in baseball right now. You have to go, you have to look pretty far in the standings to find anyone that. I think no one's better than 10-7, right? Or no, Pittsburgh's 10-6. Padres are 10-6, and the Dodgers are 11-4 right now. They did lose. They can't believe it. They lost their last game here to the Mets, beat the Mets. I'm sorry, beat the Mets. Lost to Texas, but beat the Mets last night 4-0 there, and another shutout. Why not? As the Dodgers come in here, already up about 1 3/4 units here so far. They've been favored in every game, of course. Dodgers are 4-6 to the under at home. Mets are 3-5 to the under on the road. Dodgers here have gone under in 5 of their last 7 against the Mets overall. Mets have actually lost 12 of the last 18 meetings between the two teams, and of course they're on a 6-game losing streak here right now. The offense hasn't been good, been shut out in back-to-back games here right now. They also got shut out 4 games ago by Oakland. The game before that, they scored just 1 against Arizona. So throw out the game that they lost 11-6 to the A's, they basically have 1 run in 4 games. That's how bad it's been right now for the New York Mets. Let's see what you guys say here in this one, our last game here. Then we'll do the hockey. But right now, Dodgers, Yamamoto's got the edge. The bullpen's got the edge. Just feels like it's going to be a rout here. It's baseball, so Mets could win, but just talking up the game like it is, I mean, you could sit there and say take the Mets because of the price. I guess that's where you would say if you're looking for the best way to consider taking the Mets. The Dodgers, a little bit overvalued. Dodgers run line here for Larry. Cal Dog's on the over. LALB says Dodgers run line. Yamamoto 6Ks Baez to get a hit. That'll get you a nice payday there with with an SGP. All right, I'm going here with the under in this one. Good luck to the Mets. Maybe they'll score. I'll go under. Big O says, man, over here for Andrew. That's it for Major League Baseball. Thank you very much, you guys. We're going to cover the hockey. We're not going to spend too long on this now, and we're going to play the motivation game here a little bit. I hope that's okay with everybody, but I think that now that we know all the teams that are in the playoffs, that's official. It's official. We know all the teams. There's either in or you're out. So there's a little bit of jostling going on, and maybe some of the teams that are in the playoffs might pack one in a little bit. Let's go to it. Take a look. That's the way I'm playing it. We got the Hurricanes taking on the Islanders here. Hurricanes, an underdog, says it all right there, doesn't it? I mean, come on. The Hurricanes come in here with the best record in the Eastern Conference. The Islanders have missed the playoffs. The Islanders are favored in this game. That's because the Hurricanes really cannot improve their standing here, playing their last game of the season. They're stuck in first place. They can't improve. They can't fall. They can't fall. So I'm taking the Islanders here to win at home. Sorokin didn't have a great last half of the season. I don't know if that's what costed them necessarily. They did lose their last couple of games here and did fall. Going to fall about 6 or 7 points short, but I'll take them in this one. I'm taking the Islanders here over the Hurricanes. Now we are skipping the Capitals and this is the story of the Hurricanes there. Under for Cal Dog. Don't want to leave you guys out here. Thank you guys. Sorry to mean to go so fast there, but we're not breaking them down too much here with the last. There's still 3 days left in the season. Some of the West teams have 2 games left. Every team in the East is playing their final game here coming up. Everybody's on 81 games in the East. In the West, got a few teams with 80 games still. Okay, thanks, Larry. He'll make our pick because we're not going with the Capitals and the Blue Jackets. No preview here for me. So thank you to Larry here, who's going to give us the play on the Blue Jackets on the puck line. Thank you, Larry. And that's a pretty big play, pretty big return play there. Both teams missed the playoffs. The Capitals had their final home game there, and we'll see. I mean, we know Ovechkin, so not coming back just yet, but who knows? And Blue Jackets did end up here about 5 points shy of the postseason. Washington was closer a little bit. They just missed winning 3 in a row here right now, but thank you, Larry, for doing that. Canadians and Flyers, with the Canadians on the road here. These 2 teams are both in the playoffs. Montreal did have the better season. They have a little bit of motivation here. They could get past Tampa Bay, depending on what Tampa Bay does in their final game. I think they play tomorrow. So, Montreal. For the Flyers here, they could move up, but they got Pittsburgh ahead of them here. They actually, I didn't check the tie break here, but I was already on Montreal. I know they're $1.50 here, and this one doesn't feel great, but let's see here. Let me look at the total in this one because I know I've got this one singled out, but might have to just go with the. Now I'm going with Montreal here. Give me Montreal as a favorite. I'll take a $1.50 favorite. I don't have too many of those on the card today, so let's do it. Flyers and Canadians over here for Larry. Thank you to Larry. And I'm going to go ahead and take the Canadians. We're moving quickly here through this segment with the NHL season. We know we got all the playoff teams in and maybe just playing a little bit of jockeying for position. But here we go with the Devils and Boston. Boston on top of the wild card here a little bit. So, I think they can probably take this one here still against the Devils here right now. I know the Sharps will probably be on the Devils, but I'm actually going to take the Bruins here in this one at $1.30 at home. Devils missed the playoffs. I'll take the Boston Bruins here where they're so good at home. Cal Dog will take them as well. For Boston here, they lead. They have 98 points. Ottawa has 97 points, second place in the wild card. Pasta for a goal, says Timmy. Andrew likes the Bruins. I'm the only host with an Andre and an Andrew. The Ducks are taking on the Wild here. Ducks on the road, going to be a slight underdog against the Wild. But the Ducks here, look, they are currently in third in the Pacific. They have 2 games left. Edmonton and Vegas have Edmonton's on 91 points, just 1 game left. And Vegas, 93 points to lead. They have 1 game left as well. And the Ducks also, the Kings have 89 points. So they've probably got some motivation here to kind of hang on to the best spot possible coming in. Minnesota, they're kind of in the position that they're in, and this is why they've lost 3 in a row. It feels like right now they don't, not really playing with a lot of motivation here, waiting for the. I hope it's not one of those teams that, they couldn't get any motivation, then they just come in flat in the playoffs. So I'm taking the Ducks here in this one on the road. Give me the Ducks against the Wild. We might just have all sides here in this feature. Wild are resting their guys, says Timmy. The Avalanche are taking on the Flames. The Avalanche have already clinched the best record in the league. So how good can they be against the Flames, who are not good, but they did still finish 22-12-5 at home. So, if you're looking for a spot here, I think this might be it with Calgary. Colorado just waiting for the postseason to begin. Not really. And they're still Colorado. Don't say they can't just go in and win for fun or I don't know. Again, Calgary, we know how solid they are at home. And I think here it's a great chance for them to pick up a win here at home. And I'm going to take the Calgary Flames plus $1.40 here against Colorado. All right, let's see here. Over for Timmy. Says there'll be plenty of goals in this one. Flames for Cal Dog. Next up, the Jets are on the road taking on the playoff-bound Mammoth. The Mammoth could be playing with a little bit of motivation here in this one. The Jets did fall short of the playoffs, but the Mammoth have 90 points right now. They're not going to move out of the wild card, but they are trying to hold on to the top wild card spot while the Kings are right behind them. Kings or the Ducks, who knows what will happen with those teams here late. But Utah certainly with a little bit of motivation here, but you know what? The Jets kind of, I don't know. I kind of want to take the Jets in this one. I might take them here actually at plus money to win. I think this is. I don't know if I have the data to kind of back this one up, other than Utah has kind of had the same situation. They've ended up losing here to Carolina and Calgary in the last 2 games. Winnipeg has not had a great season. We know that, but I'm going to take Winnipeg here on the money line to win in an upset over Utah. I know I talked up Utah there. They probably have a little bit of motivation, but I'm going to take Winnipeg here to win. Okay, and so Larry will take him on the puck line here at least. I don't mind that, of course. Obviously, if I like the Jets, I certainly am not going to mind them on the puck line. I think for me, I just was more. I think the price was a little bit not good enough. So and plus again a little bit more volatility here at the end of the season. I'll take the Jets plus $1.40. Got a couple more here. The Penguins and the Blues. In this one, Penguins are playoff bound. Blues are not. But, maybe Blues already just came up with a bit of an upset here, I believe. I didn't even have too many notes on the card here, but I do like these games here. So it was the Blues beating Minnesota there yesterday by the score of 6-3, and we had them. We had them. So Blues are on the back to back here. Penguins in their situation right now. I mean, they trying to stay ahead of the Flyers, make sure they get that second place in the Metro here, playing their last game of the season right now. But Blues did a nice job there. Uh, Overall there. So let's see what you got maybe here in this one with Penguins. And the Blues who just came up with a nice upset win there a little bit. I'm going to take the Blues here in this one to knock off Pittsburgh. Give me St. Louis here as a favorite tonight against the Penguins. Larry's going to take the Penguins here. And also Cal Dog's going to take them as well. All right. One more here. And that's going to be it for Night Moves. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Oops. Here we go. Kings on the road taking on Vancouver. You got Darcy Kemper here in the goal. And Kings, like I said, maybe a little bit of a spot here for the Kings to win just one more time right now. They could get past maybe Utah. There's 2 games left, but the Kings have won 5 in a row, playing about as good as they have here right now. Yeah, Vancouver at home maybe has a chance here. Maybe it even still is a little bit overpriced, but I kind of want to take the Kings right now as the way they're going with this winning streak. Vancouver, hey, they could use one last win here to wrap it up. They were the worst team in the league this season, 8-24, 8-24-5 at home, but they have won 2 in a row here right now with wins over San Jose and Anaheim. But the Kings are a little different here all of a sudden. And not only that, the Kings were terrific on the road. 20-9 on the road this season. Meanwhile, Vancouver, actually, I don't know, they were probably better on the road if you think about it. 8-27 at home, 16-21 on the road. I'll take the Kings here. We win all sides. You don't see that every day for me, but maybe a little bit here with the playing the motivation game on the final days of the season in the NHL. All right. And Kings Canucks under for Larry, and Timmy went with the Canucks in a weirdo parlay. That's going to do it for Night Moves, guys. Great job here. Thank you for spending 2 hours talking sports and sports betting. We'll be back with more NBA play-in action tomorrow. We'll also have here action from the NHL, 2 days left. Baseball as well here on Wednesday. So make sure you're back here and joining me on Night Moves. It's going to do it here. Don't forget, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code Tony T at checkout. Save 15%. Pick up my premium picks here for the action on Tuesday. Really appreciate everyone here joining me on the show. That's it for Night Moves. Really appreciate all the chat pros also with all their great picks there. West Up is here. Couldn't wait to get West Up in here. Dodgers money line, Kings money line. West Up showing up 2:15 in the morning. I wonder where he was. Kwame, thank you. Everybody, thank you. Great job, man. Really making this show something special. Got over 50 of you here, and it's 5 in the morning on the East Coast and 2 in the morning here on the Las Vegas. So really great to. I'll come on it in the middle of the night if that's what it takes to get people to watch me talk sports and sports betting. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it. For the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, I'm Ramon Scott. So long from Las Vegas and Night Moves.